Good afternoon to you all. Welcome to this session of the Continuing Students Training on e-learning. We have students of CAPSOM and ILS. We're going to be looking at how to access and use the e-learning platform for Kabale University. My name is Michael Mutevi, and in this session, Nicholas, if you can hear me, you can just confirm.
Yes, I can confirm to you that I'm able to hear you now.
All right. Okay, my name is Michael Mutevi, and I'm going to be your presenter. And I'm working with my colleague, Nicholas Nkamwesiga. So we're going to be showing you how to access the e-learning platform and how to use it, how to enroll into a course, and how to do your assignments and whatever activity your lecturer has posed for you. The e-learning platform for Kabale University is accessed primarily through a web browser. Many of you know what a web browser is, but those who don't, let me share this. Okay. Okay, I was saying that the e-learning platform for Kabale University is accessed primarily using a web browser. And also, you can also access it if you have a mobile phone, especially Android. You can download an app, mobile app called Cabville, which you can also use to access the e-learning platform for Kabale University. So a web browser is an application that you use to access web content. Popular web browsers are some popular web browsers are Google Chrome, which is available on Windows computers and Android phones. We have Firefox, which is very popular on Windows desktops. And we have Microsoft Edge, which is also available for free on Windows computers. We also have Opera, which is also quite popular, and those who use Apple gadgets, Apple phones and Apple laptops. Safari is also very popular. It comes with Apple products. So to access the e-learning platform, you launch a browser, either using your computer, your laptop, your phone. In my case, I'm going to be using the Windows computer. So to launch a browser, you search for it in your application. For example, I'll be using Firefox, so you search for Firefox. Sorry, I'll be using Chrome. Then you open it. So every browser, regardless of which browser you choose, has what they call an address bar. The address bar is found at the top. If you can see here, there is search Google, type URL. So this is what they call the address bar. So in the address bar, you type the web address for Kabale University. That is elearning.cab.ac.ug. So this is what you type. So when I go back to my address bar, I'll type elearning.cab.ac.ug. Then you press enter. So provided you have internet, it will take you to the front page of the e-learning platform for Kabale University. This is how it looks like on on a desktop. And if you're using a mobile phone, it looks something like this. The mobile phone view is usually different from the desktop view. It is longer. The layout is longer. So this is how it will look like on your mobile phone. The same content but laid out differently. And the main difference between the mobile phone view and the desktop view is the menu. If you realize here on the mobile phone view, it looks like the menu is not available, but there is this icon here, which has these blue things stacked on top of each other. This is called a hamburger menu, and when you click on this, it reveals the menu. So this is the menu on the mobile phone. If you have a mobile phone, this is the menu. Then the login icon was also a padlock, a yellow padlock. And the icon for searching for courses is an icon of a magnifying glass. So this is how, if you're using a phone, this is how the interface will look like. If you're using a desktop, it will look like this and the menu is visible. So an alternative way of getting to the Kavala University e-learning platform, many of you use google.com, search for things online. So using google.com, if you search for Kavala e-learning, those two keywords, Kavala e-learning, the very first entry is going to be Kavala University e-learning. So that's where you go. And as you can see, the address is here. It's elearning.cab.ac.ug. So when you click Kavala University e-learning, it will take you there as well. After you get to the e-learning platform, the next thing to do is to log in. If you have a username and a password, you click the login button here in the top right corner, and you'll be presented with two login forms, inputs, one for username and one for password. So you put your username here, you put your password, and then you click to login. So that is provided that you have a username and password. But as most of you are new to this system, many of you don't have a username and password. So we're going to look at how to get a username and password. Also, before I go there, some of you have a username. You've opened accounts here before. You have a username and password, but you've forgotten it. So when you've forgotten, you click forgot username and password. We're going to be looking at this process also a bit later on. So first, let us cater for those who don't have a username and password. So if you don't have a username and password, you go to, on this menu at the very end, the last item is create account. So you go to create account and click. This takes you to the account creation page. It says new account. So you're presented with this form, with these fields. You put the username, the password, the email, the first name, surname. So these fields here with the red exclamation mark are mandatory fields. That this indicates that you have to fill. They're required. You have to fill them, otherwise the form won't submit. So we're going to start filling these fields one by one. So the username is sort of like a word that describes you. Should be all in lowercase, and it should be unique to the system. For instance, if my name is Barbara Namotevi, a good example of a username would be B for Barbara Namotevi. So as I was saying, B normative is a good example of a username because it describes me. I'm Barbara Namachevi, and it's all in lowercase. It should be in lowercase. There should be no capital letters. It's easy for me to remember B Namachevi, and chances are there is no other B Namachevi in the system. If there happens to be Betty Namachevi, who also chose the name B Namachevi, then there will be a conflict, and the system will ask me to choose another username. I could choose, for example, Barbara Namachevi. That's also acceptable. You could have a dot, you could have an underscore in the name. So this is Barbara Namachevi could work. But in my case, I'll choose B Namachevi, hoping that it is not already taken. So that is the username. Now the password is a bit complicated. The password requires that you have, let me share my whole screen for now. Okay, so hoping that you're seeing my whole screen. I'm opening Notepad. So a password, for example, if your name is Barbara Namachevi, a good example of a username, like I said, would be B Namachevi. That would be a username. And the password, a good password, would be something like capital B Namachevi at 2020. As you can see here, it says the password must have at least 8 characters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's clearly more than 8. So we have met this criteria. It must be at least 8 characters. It has to have at least 1 digit. The digit is a number. So in this case, we have 2020. So those are numbers. So we have at least 1 digit. Then it has to have at least 1 lowercase letter. So we have all of these are lowercase letters. So we have at least 1 lowercase letter. So we're looking at this password. It says you must have at least 1 capital letter, 1 uppercase letter, which is a capital letter. So we have capital B here. And we must have at least 1 alphanumeric character. So this is an alphanumeric character is a character like a star, a hyphen, or a hash. So we have at here as the alphanumeric. So this is what is required for a password. We also have something like B Namachevi. The capital B here at, let's say, 1995. So it's ideal. The password should be something that you either remember or you will write down. You write down somewhere, but it should be complicated. Otherwise, the system won't accept it. So the password I've chosen for this case is B Namachevi at 2020. So I'll go over here and put that password B Namachevi at 2020. So the next is my email address. I put my email address. The email address should be an email address which is functional. It should be a working email address. If you put an email address which is not active, what is going to happen is that you will not be able to complete the account creation process. So for this, you put your working email address. I'll put my email address, which I'll repeat again here. I'm supposed to repeat it to confirm it. Then I put my first name. Your first name is your Christian name or your Muslim name. In this case, mine is Barbara, and the surname is your traditional name. In which case, mine is Namutevi. These two fields are optional. As you see, they don't have a red exclamation mark, but you can fill them in because they don't have the city, Kavala, and the country, Uganda. So actually, here there is a drop down where I selected Uganda. So at this point, I've put in all my details for account creation, and I click create new account. Sometimes there's this prompt in the browser to save your password. The laptop, if it's your computer, personal one, you can save the password. If it's not, like an internet cafe, then I wouldn't advise you to save the password. But in my case, since this is my laptop and I have a password to the laptop, I can save the password in the browser. So it says here that an email address should have been sent to, an email should have been sent to your address at this email address. It contains these instructions to complete your registration. So at this point, you click continue, and then you go to your email address to complete your account creation. So go to gmail.com. So now I'm within Gmail, and as I can see, I don't have any new email in my inbox. But when you look at the promotions tab, usually if you don't see the email within your inbox, you look at the promotions tab. There are three tabs here. There's primary, social, and promotions. So under the promotions tab, you will see an email from Robert to Mosini saying Kavala University Virtual Learning Environment Account Confirmation. So this is the email that you click. And inside here, you have a message from the eLearning platform providing you with a link to complete your registration. So it says here to confirm your new account, please go to this web address. So you click here, and it says, thanks, Barbara Namutevi, your registration has been confirmed. So at this point, your account is created and confirmed, and you're logged in automatically. So you're presented with a dialogue here. It's called a tour, which helps you move around it moves around your interface, giving you a tour. If I click next, it moves to this location. If I click next, it moves to this location. It keeps taking me around the interface. So this is something we're going to end now because we're going to go through the interface together. So we'll end tour. And what I have here now is all right, so this is now my dash. I will log out again. I will log out again. Okay, thank you. So now I have logged out just so that I can show those who already have accounts how you log in. So if you have your username and password, you click login, and then you put your username and password. So now I've logged in. So whenever you log in, the very first page you encounter is what they call your dashboard. It is your home page. Your home page provides you with the navigation panel, sorry, with several panels. As you can see, this is a navigation panel. You have recently accessed courses, you have a timeline, you have private files, online users, calendar. So navigation, as you can see here, gives you access to parts of your e-learning platform. There's a link to the home page, to the site home. There is under courses here. You will see there are courses available in the system. You can search for courses here. When we add courses, you'll be able to see that your courses will be listed in the navigation here as well. So recently accessed courses, if you have any courses that you've accessed recently, they'll be available here. We have a timeline. We're going to see the timeline displays activities which require your attention. We have a private file. So as I was saying, the private files panel helps you to upload your work which you want to have online. For example, if I have an assignment, I have an assignment here on my desktop. If I want to store it online, I could put it under my private files so that I have it online. Then we have online users. Online users are the users who are currently logged onto the system. Many of you who are logged in now can see your names here. This is me, Barbara Namutevi. We're going to have a look at the timeline a bit later on. So this is your dashboard. So the next thing to do after logging in is to edit your profile. Your profile, we entered some information about us when we were registering, but that was not complete. If you want to enhance your profile, which ideally you must do because your lecturer must be able to know who you are, your colleagues should also be able to know who you are. So to edit your profile, you go over to your name here in the top right corner. You click, see, when you click that name, you get a new menu. A new menu pops up at the top here. So in this menu, you have dashboard, profile, grades, and the logout. So you choose profile. This link takes you to your profile. Currently, this is my profile. This is my name, Barbara Namutevi. I have a panel here that says user details, which gives my user details, my email, my country, my city. If you remember, we entered these when registering. I have access to my reports, to my grades. There are several panels here showing my login activity. Forum posts. So what usually people see when they click on my name anywhere in the system is my user details. And that is what I want to change. So to edit your profile, you click edit profile here in the user details panel. And that will take you to a form similar to the account creation form we saw. It has my first name, my surname, so I can change these. If I made a mistake when registering, I can make the amendment here. Then email display allows me to either hide or show my email to other members of the course. I'll leave it as it is. So that only my course members can see my email. My town is Kabale. My country is Uganda. So the next panel here shows the user picture. So this is where you go when you want to upload the photo. It's very important to upload a photo such that people know how you look like. So we have two options here for uploading a photo. You can either drag the photo onto this area that says you can drag and drop files here to add them. So I could, for example, search for a photo. Let me go to my, so I could drag a photo there. So I've dragged the photo there. Alternatively, let me take it out. Alternatively, I can click on this icon. There is an icon that looks like a pepper. When you click on it, you get a dialog that allows you to pick a file from your drive, to upload a file from either your drive or your computer, or your mobile phone. So you click upload a file, then you choose a file. So I look for a file and open, and then let's say upload, and then say upload this file. So now my picture is uploaded. This is how I look like. I can add a picture description here. Then for additional names, there are times when you want to add the third name. For example, that is my third name. So if you have more than 2 names, you can add other names here. You can add a middle name. You can have add an alternate name. So there's a section of interests. So for interests, you add things you like to do. For instance, if I like swimming, and then enter. Say touring, music. So I type and then I press enter, and they are added there. Under optional, here you have ability to add a web page. If you have a personal web page, you can add a Skype ID. If you need your colleagues to access you through Skype, you can put your Skype ID. You can put your phone, a telephone or mobile phone. If you have 2 numbers, you can put one here and another one here. And then your address. For instance, that is my address. Then you update your profile. So now my profile has been updated. I've got my photo there, and I've got my interests. So with this, my colleagues can be able to identify me better and also identify with me through my interests. If I click swimming here, I'll see that I have people with similar interests. There's Caroline who also likes swimming. So it helps you to bond with your colleagues. So now my profile is edited. In case I want to make any more changes, I can always go back using the same method. So back to my dashboard. There is a menu here called a breadcrumb menu, which shows you where you are within the system. Currently, I'm on my profile page. So if I want to go back to my dashboard, I can simply click this to go back, or I could click this blue button here that says dashboard. At any point within the application, you will always have this dashboard button. Alternatively, I can also use the navigation and click dashboard. And this takes me back to my dashboard. So the next step, I've logged into the system. I've updated my profile. So the next thing to do at this point is to enroll into a course. So to enroll into a course, you search for the course. And when I say course, I mean course unit. So whenever I'm saying course, what I actually mean is course unit. So to search for your course unit, at the top right here, there is search courses. On the mobile phone, it will be just the icon of a magnifying glass. So if I click search, I'll get a search input here. It says search courses. So I type my course code. I type, for example, if I'm doing a course called STUD 002, I would type the course code and then click search. So I get one search result, and the course is Porter's Information System course, and the course code is STUD. So if I'm certain that this is the course that I want to enroll in, and this is its course code, there's a short description here that the lecturer could put. If I read through here, so this is a short course aimed at demonstrating to continuing students how to use the e-learning platform to cover university. So I realize that this is the right course. The lecturers here are Michael Mutevi and Nicholas Nkamwesiga. I'm sure now this is my course, so I enter the course. I click enter this course. Sorry, somebody had taken over the presentation. So let me just go back a bit. So like I said, to search for a course, you click search. At the top right corner here, search courses, then you put your course code, STUD 002, and then you click search. So did I click STUD? All right, so I get one search result, which says Porter's Information System course. The course code is the correct one, STUD 002. Then the description also describes the course. I see the lecturer is Michael Mutevi and Nicholas Nkamwesiga, and those are my lecturers. So if I'm sure this is my course, I say enter this course. So I get to enrollment options, and it says here at the bottom that you cannot enroll yourself into this course. So this is something that is very common. If you find that you cannot enroll yourself into the course, you communicate to your lecturer. You can either call them or send them an email and tell them that you're trying to enroll in the course and you're not succeeding. You can, use a class representative or something. So your lecturer will be able to enable self-enrollment. Sometimes your lecturer will intentionally remove self-enrollment. So when you encounter this, you should know that either the lecturer hasn't opened or the lecture has closed enrollment. So I'm going to communicate to my lecturer to enable the enrollments. And when I refresh, now the lecturer has enabled enrollments. So when enrollments are enabled, you will see a button that says enroll me. So this is what you click to enroll into the course. So now I've entered the course. I still get this this dialog that gives me a tour of the course dashboard. If I click next, it will move me around, showing me about the course. And if, in my case, we're going to end this tour because we're going to look at the course dashboard. So now this is the course. As you see, it says Porter's Information System course. And there's a notice here that you are enrolled into this course. We have content that has been uploaded by the lecturer. If we scroll through, we see they have put some stuff. There's a video and there's so many other things we're going to be looking at. And when we go back to the dashboard, if I click this dashboard button to go back to the dashboard, you realize that I now have, under recently accessed courses, I have this course. And then in my course overview, I also have the course listed here. Here you see it says 0% complete because I have just entered the course. And also in the navigation, there is an entry called My Courses. And under My Courses, I have STUD002 listed. So as I keep adding courses, I'll have them listed here in the navigation so that I can quickly access them. So going back to my course, I click Porter's Information System. We see our course material has been segmented into these segments. Students should know the following. There's introduction, we have assessments, leadership, and we have a summary. In each section, there is content posted by the lecturer. So to start off, there is some information about the course. We have the course name, which is Information Systems, the course code, the lecturer's name, the semester, the year, the academic year. And then below here, we have announcements. So when we click announcements that your lecturer gives to you from time to time. So it's a good idea to always click on announcements to see what your lecturer has put there for you. So when I click announcements here, I will see that I have two announcements. One that says course content and another that says welcome to the course. So the new assignment comes on top. So the first announcement was welcome to the course. When you click on it here, you get a message from the lecturer that says, so the lecturer say to the students, dear student, I'm the lecturer, Mr. Michael Mutevi. It says, welcome to the course. Please view the course details to verify that you're in the right course. If not, please unenroll from the course before enrollments are disabled. So this brings me to the point that if you enroll yourself in a course and you realize that you're in the wrong course, you can sorry. within that course, there is an administration panel with these pink gear icons here. So in that administration panel, there is unenroll me from STUD002. So you can unenroll yourself from the course in case it's not your course. If you go into the course, you realize that the course content is strange and it's not really one of your course or course units, you click unenroll me. So this will take you out from the course. So this is basically what the lecturer is saying in this announcement. So there is also another announcement here, course content, where the lecturer says, I have uploaded some notes and slides for you to download. You also have some activities which I expect you to complete. The deadline for these activities are indicated. So that is what the lecturer is saying. So when I go back to the course, I move to the next section, which is the introduction. So in this section, we're going to look at some resources that your lecturer will be posting for you. We're going to be looking at a file, a folder, and a link, and a video. So from time to time, your lecturer will be posting notes in the form of Word documents, PDF documents. They'll be posting notes in form of slides. So this is an example of a course description. It's a Word document that has been posted by your lecturer. So to access this document, you click on it. As you see, it has downloaded course description. So when I open it, I will see the course description that has been posted. I read through it. So that is a Word document. Then there is also a PowerPoint slide here. It's called IS Overview. When I click on this, there is a prompt to download the PowerPoint slide. So when I open it, okay. Nicholas, are you seeing my screen?
It's running.
Okay, all right. So, initially I downloaded this Word document. When I opened it, this is the document. This is the course description that the lecturer has posted. I can read the course description. Then the IS overview is a PowerPoint presentation. When I click on it and open, I can see the presentation that the lecturer has posted. So your lecturers will be giving you material in this format. They post them to the eLearning platform, and you'll find them there. So next here we have a folder. At times your lecturer will post all course material. For example, content that pertains to the introduction could all be bundled up in a folder. Okay, so I was saying that you have a folder. A folder has a lot of content bundled up together. For example, you could have content pertaining to the introduction section, and the lecturer will put it all in a folder. So when you click a folder, you see that it has a lot of content contained in one item. So when you click download folder, you'll be able to download the whole folder. If I download here, I'll get the whole folder in a zipped format. And if I extract this, you see I get the whole folder, which has all the content. You see all the content, course description, e-learning study. So all the content we have here has been downloaded all at the same time. So I go back to the introduction section. Using this breadcrumb menu, I can move directly to the introduction section of my course. And perhaps you've noticed along course description, we have a tick. Along IS overview, we don't have. Also, e-learning, we don't have. So what these ticks indicate here, these boxes, they're called activity completion checks. So when you complete an activity, whenever you complete an activity, you check. But this check indicates that you have finished the activity. So if I check here, I've finished IS overview. I've also downloaded the folder. So what happens here, if I check this, if I go back to my dashboard and I look at my course in the course overview, I will see that it says 23% complete. The reason I'm having this progress bar here is because I have checked. If you remember, initially it was 0% complete when I just started the course, but now that I have done 3 items in the course, it says 23% complete. So as you keep doing activities, it's a good idea to check these completion checks. There are times if you realize this check here is dotted, unlike this one, which is a solid line. So the ones that are dotted can only be checked if a certain criteria is met. Now, in this case, we have a file. It says information systems for business and beyond. So when we click on this, it downloads a PDF document. And it also has a description here that says, read this book provided, and you will have a chat discussion based on it. So now that I have clicked and downloaded this, if I refresh the page, note that there's no tick here, and I cannot even tick if I try. But if I refresh the page, I'll see that there is a tick now. The tick has been put automatically, and if I try to uncheck, I can't. Whereas here, with this one, I can uncheck and check. So I've met the criteria for this activity completion of this item, and I've gotten a tick. So next we have a video, components of information system. So the lecturer can post for you videos for you to watch on the e-learning platform. This video is available on YouTube. So when I click play, the video will play.
Let's start out with the question, what is an information system?
And this video is playing within Moodle. It's a YouTube video, but it's playing within the e-learning platform. If I want to maximize this video, reduce the volume here. If I want to maximize this video, it's currently small here, so you might want to have a bigger view. When there is a maximize button here in the bottom right corner. When I click it, I get full screen view of the video. So if I want to return to my normal view, I have I can either press the escape button on the keyboard to return to my normal view. Alternatively, again in the lower left corner, in the lower right corner, I could click to exit full screen. I click the icon and I return back to my normal view. So that is a video. So next, so we've actually looked at the resources that the lecturer can post. There are several others, but the most common ones are these. We have files, we have a folder. We also have a link. This is actually a link to the PDF document. Another example of a link, this is a link to something to download. And then there is also a link under this section. There is a link to a web page. When I click on this link, it takes me to the web page on leadership that is embedded within the eLearning platform. So I'm on Wikipedia, but I'm still within the eLearning platform. I'm browsing within the eLearning platform. I can read the whole article from start to finish within the eLearning platform, and I don't have to navigate from the platform. Back to the course. So we've looked at the file, a folder, we've looked at a link and a video. So the next thing is we're going to look at is a chat activity. So a chat activity is an activity where your lecturer allows you as a class to engage in a live chat. So to enter a chat activity, this is the icon that identifies a chat. Actually, each of these items have icons where you can easily identify what it is. As you can see, a folder has a folder icon. Files have the file type icons. For example, this is Word, this is PowerPoint, this is PDF, and this is what identifies a chat activity. So when you want to enter a chat activity, you click on the activity. And here you have the discussion instructions. Your lecturers say that all members on this course should participate in the discussion related to the history of IS systems. It says here 5 marks will be awarded for each active participant. So now to enter the chat, you click on the link that says click here to enter the chat now. When you click, it will open the chat box. And as it is, I am the only one in the chat room. So I would request all of you to, if you have logged into the system, I would request that you search for this course that I am in, Porter's Information System course. You search for the course, you enter the course, and you enter into the chat room. Just to remind you, to search for a course, you go in the top right corner, click search, and in the search box you enter STUD 002. You search using the course code STUD 002. Alternatively, you can just type the name, Porter's Information System course. So when you click search, you'll get to the course. This is the course. This is the image for the course. And these are the lecturers, so you enter the course. I'm currently enrolled, but if you're not enrolled, you enter the course and then you enroll yourself into the course. So after enrolling into the course, you'll get to the course dashboard, and then you navigate to at the bottom of the introduction section after the video, there is the chat discussion of the history of IS. Enter this. You click to enter, and then you click here to enter the chat now. So I'm hoping that you're entering into the course and entering into the chat, such that we have enough members to demonstrate this activity. Yes, so currently we have Timothy Rumu who has entered. So when I click to enter the chat, now I realize we are three. There's Timothy Rumu, there's Edna Nasasira. Timothy has said hello, and I can respond. So he's said hello to the whole room. I can say yes, hello. Timothy. And when I click send, the message will go and everybody in the room will see it. I see Caleb has also entered. So what I can do here is chat to the room. So everybody sees what I'm chatting. And then I also have the option of chatting privately. So if I click talk on anybody, see everybody has talk, beep, talk, beep. So if I click on talk for somebody, you see here it says to Caleb, I write, hey. So you see here it says Barbara said to Caleb, hey. So this is a message that I've sent privately to Caleb. So only me and Caleb and the lecturer will be able to see this message. Then I can also, for example, if I need the attention of David Katumba, I could beep them. I click beep, and it says here you beeped David Katumba, and David Katumba will get a beep. Then I can say, hey, David. So this message has been sent to the whole group, but previously I beeped Katumba such that he sees. So it's directed to him, but the whole group can see it. So basically that is how a chat is conducted. So this is the history of the chat. And when I am done with the chat, as Barbara, other members could still continue with the chat, but when I'm done with the chat, I just simply close the chat box. And if I refresh this page, I could see that members are still in the chat room. Then there is a link here that allows me to view past sessions. If I click view past sessions, I'll be able to see the past session, the time it happened, from 3:14 to 3:19 p.m. I see Barbara had 4 contributions, Timothy had 3, David had 2. And I can even see the whole session the way it was. I click see session, and it will take me to the whole session the way it was from the very beginning, from when Barbara entered the chat room, then Timothy came in, then Edna came in. So this is basically the timeline of the whole chat session. So this is what the lecturer views to be able to award you marks. So basically that is a chat. If I go back to the introduction section, see, we have also seen what a chat is, and it has automatically gotten a tick. Components and information system, that one I have to manually tick. So we've seen the chart and these other resources. When I go back to my dashboard, I see that I have progressed to 53% complete. So I am moving within my course. And also, let me take this opportunity to show you the timeline. See, the timeline here gives you a list of activities which are due. For example, here it says live classroom is scheduled for, this is the time, 14 hours. I have e-learning training for continuing students. It's an assignment. It is due. I'm supposed to do it. And so basically it shows you activities which require your attention. That's what the timeline shows you. It's available on your dashboard. That's where we are right now on our dashboard. So I go back into Porter's Information System course. And I scroll to the next section, which is assessment. So it says in this section, we're going to look at 3 activities, a chart, an assignment, and a test. We have already looked at a chart. You will learn how to identify activities, participate in a chart, read and submit assignments. So we've looked at a chart and we have participated in a chart. So the next thing we're going to look at is how to read and submit an assignment. That is very important. Then we're also going to look at how to do a test. So here we have an assignment that says e-learning training for continuing students. The icon for an assignment is a hand holding a paper like this. So this is how you quickly identify that this is an assignment. It has an instruction here. Kindly follow the instructions below before attempting. So to attempt this assignment, you click on the assignment. So now you've entered the assignment. You have the assignment name here. E-learning training for continuing students. Assignment for science and business. Then you have the instructions. Usually assignments have instructions from the lecturer. Kindly follow instructions. They could be detailed. And also sometimes your lecturer will post supporting documents. For example, they can refer you to a document where the assignment is. So at times your lecturer will upload supporting documents. So you read the instructions and you download the supporting documents such that you understand the assignment. It indicates here that the date the assignment was given. Actually, here what it's indicating is the due date. This is the due date of the assignment. No, sorry. This indicates the date the assignment was given. It was given on 25th September 2020. Then there is a submission status here for you. It shows that you have not, the submission status not attempted. So you haven't done this assignment yet. And you've obviously not been graded because you haven't done it. The due date is 20th November 2020 at 5 p.m. So you're remaining with 3 days and 1 hour to do this assignment. So at this point, as a student, you can do the assignment and submit it, but also you can communicate with the lecturer under submission comments. When you click comments, you'll be able to add a comment. So this comment is sent to your lecturer. You could say something like, hello, sir. I cannot. So this is a message that you write, and this goes to the lecturer. So when you say save comment, your lecturer will get this comment. So your fellow students won't see the comment, but the lecturer will be able to see, because it's a communication to the lecturer. So your lecturer will respond when they see the comment. So it is assumed that you have read the assignment and you have understood the question. So you do the assignment offline in a Word document, or you do it in a Word document and save it in a PDF document, and you're ready to submit. So when you're ready to submit, you click Add Submission. You click the Add Submission button. When your work is complete, you have it in Word, you click Add Submission. And then you take into this form where you're presented with online text. This is the assignment, this is the instruction and supporting document. So this is where you type your answer. If you're going to type it online, the lecturer has given you two options: to type online, either type online or submit your assignment done in a Word document or a PDF document. So if your work is, if you can type your work here, you can type it here, type your whole assignment here. But typically you would do your work in Word or PDF and then upload it. So you go to the file to upload your work, you go to File Submissions, you omit this one, and you go to File Submissions. And if you notice here, there are accepted file types. You can't just upload anything you like. For example, you can't upload a music file or a video file or a PowerPoint file. You're restricted by the lecturer to upload either PDF documents or Word documents. So if you have your Word document or PDF document, you can either drag it here. We've seen how to drag. You can either drag it here. Alternatively, you click the add icon here, the paper icon. Then you browse for your work on your computer or your phone. Go back to the desktop. So in this case, I am going to choose assignment 2 and upload. This is my assignment that I have done. Then I upload this file. So I've uploaded my assignment. And then at this point, I can click to save changes. So now, my submission status has changed from not attempted to draft. So I have a draft uploaded, but it's not yet submitted. I also see the file submission. This is the work that I have submitted. I have access to it. And also, if you notice, under submission comments, I now have 2 comments. Initially, I had 1 comment when I wrote to the lecturer, but now I have 2 comments, meaning that the lecturer has responded to my comments. So I said, hello, sir, I cannot submit my work. How do I submit? So the lecturer responded, sorry for that, Namutevi. Let me review the settings and get back to you. Thanks for letting me know. So that is how you can communicate with your lecturer regarding the assignment. It's called submission comments. So now I have a draft uploaded. I still have 3 days and 1 hour. So in this time, I have the flexibility of editing my submission or removing it entirely. This is because I still have time. When the time expires, I will not have these options. Then also, if I'm confident that my work is perfect and I want to submit it at this point, I can click Submit Assignment. So when I click Submit Assignment, I get this confirmation of submission. So it says there is a check here that says this submission is my own work, except where I've acknowledged the use of works of other people. So this is a declaration statement. You need to swear that this is your work. So you have to check this. As you can see, there's a red exclamation here. Otherwise, you cannot continue. So when I check, it says here, are you sure you want to submit your work for grading? And it says you will not be able to make any more changes. So at this point, if I press continue, that will be my final submission, and I want to be able to withdraw it or edit it. So if I'm confident that this is okay, then I say continue. So at this point, I have submitted my work to the lecturer for grading. It says here, submission status submitted for grading. It says here, I've not yet been graded. So I'll have to wait for the lecturer to give me a grade, but I have submitted my work. So when I'm done with my assignment, I've submitted my assignment. Let me go back to the dashboard. And if you look back in the timeline, you realize that the notice of the assignment is no longer there because I have submitted my work. So the timeline shows you things that you haven't done yet that are supposed to be done. So I've done the assignment. It is now not available in my timeline anymore. I can also choose to display here more than 5, 10 activities, 25 activities. So back to my course. I've submitted my assignment. Now the activity completion is checked automatically. So the next thing here is a test. We have seen an assignment, how to identify it, how to enter into the assignment, how to send submission comments to the lecturer, and also how to submit the assignment, how to hand in the assignment. So the next activity here is going to be a test. We're going to look at a test in the eLearning platform. So to do a test, actually to identify a test, it is a paper with a tick in it. That is the icon for a test or a quiz. So whenever you see a paper with a tick in it, it indicates that it's either a test or a quiz. So we're going to click on this quiz that says online e-learning training. And then we get the instructions for the quiz. It says kindly follow instructions below before attempting and submitting. So these are the instructions. There is a summary here about the quiz. It says the maximum attempts allowed is 1, meaning that you have only 1 chance to do this test. The quiz opens on 17th November at 1 p.m. and it closes on 25th November at 5 p.m. So you have until 25th November to do this test. Time limit says 10 minutes, meaning that once you begin this test, at any time when you choose to do this test, once you begin the test, you have up to 10 minutes to complete it. If it goes beyond 10 minutes, then you will be timed out, and whatever you've done will be graded. So if I'm ready to do the test now, I'll say attempt quiz now. I'm given this confirmation dialog that says the quiz has a time limit of 10 minutes. Time will count down from the moment you start your attempt, and you must submit before it expires. So are you sure you want to start the quiz now? So I want to start the quiz. Usually it's a good idea to start the quiz when you have adequate power and your internet is stable. Those are the things that usually bring problems in a quiz. So you have to have adequate power, your battery should be okay, and your power should be stable, and your internet should be stable. So if you're ready to do the quiz, you click Start Attempt. And this is now the quiz. We have Barbara Namutevi is the one doing the quiz. And there are 4 questions. This indicates the questions that are there. If there are 10 questions, you will see all of them here. This enables you to navigate to different questions. I have a countdown timer here. Like they said, when I start the quiz, a countdown timer starts. It started at 10 minutes and it's counting down. I have 2 questions here. So there are 4 questions in total, but I have 2 questions per page. So this is question 1, this is question 2. Question 1 says, who is the director of language studies? I choose this one, option A. Who is the VC of Cavalry University? I choose option B. Then when I click next, here this light gray shows that none of the questions has been saved. So when I click next, I see that these have turned dark gray. This indicates that they have been saved. Answer saved, answer saved. Question 3 says, who is the president of Uganda? I answer option D. Who is the director of research and publications? I answer C. Give me a So I've answered question 3 and 4. So I could go back to the previous attempts. If you realize 3 and 4 have not been saved, but if I click previous page, you'll see that now question 3 and 4 have been saved. I also have the ability to clear my choice. Now, like for question number 1, I answered option A. First of all, I can actually choose to change my mind and I choose option B. But I can also completely clear the choice such that for question 1, I don't have any, haven't answered any. So when I click next page, you will see that question 1 is now not saved. I cleared it. So I go back to question 1 to give my answer, and I say, I give option B, and I click next. So on the last page, I have the option to finish attempt. I click, instead of previous, I click finish attempt. But also at any point within the quiz, I can choose to finish attempt. For example, if I'm on question number 1 and I want to submit, I can say finish attempt. So it shows me a summary of how I've answered. All my answers from 1 to 4 have been saved. I can choose to, I still have 5 minutes, so I can choose to return to the attempt. I move to the next just to preview and be sure. Then when I am done, I click finish attempt. Again, I see my answers have been saved. So my time is still on, but I feel I have finished and I want to submit my test. So I click submit all and finish. So again, I get this confirmation dialog that says once you submit, you will no longer be able to change your answers for this attempt. I agree that I have finished, so I submit all and finish. And when I submit, I get immediate feedback. It says a summary of your previous attempts. Remember, I had one attempt here and I've attempted it. And the state says finished, and I finished on 17th November at 3:41 p.m. The marks I've gotten 4 out of 4. This test was out of 20 marks, so I've basically gotten 20. I've gotten everything. The lecturer gave some general feedback, and it says I have passed. Then here it also says your final grade for this quiz is 20 out of 20. Overall feedback passed. So I am basically done with this quiz. I don't have any other chance to do it. This is my final mark. So I click to go back to the course. It says here no more attempts are allowed. So I click to go back to the course. So for the quiz, I see I have a tick now, meaning that I have activity completion indicates that I have completed this activity. Automatically indicates that I've completed this activity. We have another quiz here, which we're going to quickly go through. This quiz has an essay type question. If you notice, before we looked at a quiz which has just multiple choice and true or false. But there are quizzes which have essay type questions as well. So this is a leadership quiz. It's a short quiz on leadership. You have one attempt and you have 10 minutes. So you click to attempt the quiz. You start the attempt. This is the countdown timer. Who is the president of Rwanda? Paul Kagame. The Minister of Finance is Adia Kasaija. True. Move to the next. Countries in East Africa. Malawi. Click next. The Speaker of Parliament. So number 5 here is the essay type question. So for the essay type question, you're presented with a box where you type your answer. It's a text box where you can type quite a lot of stuff. So I am going to get some text here. Let me copy some text here, which I will paste. So assuming that this is my answer to the essay type question, I type it in here, and then I click finish attempt. So I'm done. I submit all and finish. So in this case, I don't get feedback. So the instances where your lecturer will not give you feedback. You can do a test, for example, like a midterm exam, and your lecturer is not supposed to give you any marks, any results immediately. So in some cases, you will not be getting feedback. Like in this case, only feedback we get is that we are finished and we submitted on this date and this time. And we see we have no more attempts allowed. So return to our leadership section. And we see that the leadership quiz activity is not completed yet. So sometimes your lecturer will only indicate activity completion when a mark has been given. But since this quiz has an essay type question which has not yet been marked, then we don't have activity completion here. So next we're going to look at a live classroom. A live classroom is an activity where the lecturer...
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Now, in that part of quiz, is it time? Wait, it's not time.
Pardon?
Like, there's a timing that, for example, it's supposed to be for 30 minutes or not.
Yes, it is timed, as we saw. As soon as you start attempting the quiz, there is a countdown timer. For example, the 2 quizzes we have done were all 10 minutes. You are given 10 minutes to do the quiz. So when you start, a countdown timer begins from 10 minutes counting down. We're going to do another one here, and you'll be able to see that. Okay, so now back to the live classroom. The live classroom is an activity where you are able to interact with your lecturer and your classmates as if you are in a physical classroom. In a live classroom, you're able to talk to the lecturer, to talk to your fellow students. The lecturer is able to present to the students. You're able to chat to the whole class and also chat privately. So it is basically a simulation of a physical classroom. You use your webcam. People can see you through your webcam, and they can hear you when you speak through your microphone, and you can also hear them through your speakers. It's sort of like what we're doing right now. We're in a live session. So in this platform, the live session, the icon for a live session looks like this. It's a blue button. So to enter the live session, you click on the live session. And there is a message here from the lecturer saying, "Dear participants, click on this link to join the live session on information systems. You should remember to accept all prompts that pop up when you click on the link." So when you click on this link, you're going to get a number of pop-ups, and you're supposed to accept them in order for you to be able to completely join the session. So it says here that the conference is in progress. So actually the class has started. Session starts at 15 there, and there's one moderator. So to join in the live session, you click join session. So this opens up a new session in the conferencing platform for Okabale University, which is conferencing at cab.ac.ug. So these are the prompts that the lecturer talked about. How would you like to join? How would you like to join the audio? So here you have an option to either listen, or you also have the option to listen and speak. So if you want to speak, you click microphone. And if you want to only listen, to be a listener in the session, you click listen only. So I'm going to choose to listen only because I'm currently in a live session, which is using my microphone. So if I join another live session, there's going to be a lot of conflict. We shall not be able to hear. So I click listen only. But in your case, you would click to speak so that you can be able to speak. So currently in the session, we have two participants available. There is Barbara Namutevi and there is Robert Tumusime. So what happens here is that I can chat. There is a public chat here, which is currently enabled. I can chat to the whole room and say hello. Hello guys. So this is a message that is sent out to everybody. So in case there's other people in the room, they'll all get the message. Then I can also privately chat with Robert. When I click on Robert's name, I see I can start a private chat. And I say, hello, Robert. So there's a private chat here to Robert. You can chat privately with your colleagues. And Robert has responded. So this is a chat which only me and Robert can see. I click to go back to the whole room. So in the whole room, you realize that it's just the chats are different. So there's also a presentation. Currently, there's a presentation by Robert Tumusime here. As you can see, he's moving through the slides. That's basically what a lecturer would do in a physical room. They would navigate through slides on a projector. Sometimes the session could be recorded. Currently, it's not being recorded. So I have the option to leave audio and to show my video, but if I show my video, there will be a conflict with the current session, so I won't show my video. So basically, this is what a live session is like. You have the ability to to chat, you have the ability to present to students, and students can be able to see your presentations. You have the ability to see students using their webcams, and you have the ability to speak, to have live conversations, more or less what we're doing now, or what you do with Zoom. So that is a live session. We're going to leave the session. You click options here and have options, and then you log out of the session. As you can see, Robert Tumusime is visible here. It's visible here. If there are any other participants, they'll also be visible here. There's Charity. If Charity can make her video available. Charity Mukasa, if you can make your video available so that we see you as well. In the bottom here, there is an icon for the video. This is the icon for the video. Let me see if mine can. Mine can't. But the idea is you can be able to see your colleagues just like you do with Google Meet. His Charity is coming on. Good. So we have Charity. We also have Tumusime available in the class. So basically, this is how the live session works. You can see people, you can hear them, you can present to them, you can chat to them, you can even actually share files. You can share, for example, the PowerPoint slides. Then you also have the ability to answer polls. The lecturer can set poll questions. For example, a poll question has been set, and everybody, for example, Charity, you've gotten a polling option here. You can choose options A, B, and C. Now I've chosen B. option B. Charity, if you can choose something else. There is an option. There is an option that has showed up for you. Okay. So
Yeah.
So the lecturer can publish the results of the polls. As you can see, in the polls, two of us chose option B. So as you can see, the live session is very rich, and also after the live session, if the live session is recorded, after live session, the video is automatically available. So this is, if we log out of this session, if I log out of this session, and I'm the administrator, then the video will compile and it will replace the live session. So next time you go to that live session, you will find the video recording. So to log out of this live session, you click on this icon here, 3 dots on the top right, and then you log out. So you've logged out, okay. So I'm back to now my live session. Oh, sorry, what do they call it? My course. I go back to the leadership section, and when I look at the live session, the tick is there, meaning that I've completed the activity. So we have looked at an assignment, how to identify it, how to read the assignment, and how to do it. We've looked at a test. We have also looked at a live session. So finally, we have a test here for the colleague who asked about timing of a test. There's a final exam here. It is a test which we're going to do quickly. So you take note that when I click on the exam, I have one attempt allowed, and it tells me yes.
Before we proceed to the final exam, my question is on the live presentation.
Yes.
Now, can I, as a student, can I also initiate my own presentation? Like, for example, I can decide to say maybe we are 5 people, and then we decide to have our own version using the platform, like initiating our own live presentation. Is it possible on the website?
No, it's not possible. It's not possible. A live session has to be created by a lecturer. The students don't have the ability to create live sessions. But what you can do is that you can request the lecturer to give you a live session, to create for you a live session. So you can join that session, and the lecturer can make you, one of you a moderator. So you as a student or a group of students, you don't have the power. You don't have the power to create a live session, but you can always request your lecturer to create for you a live session, and give one of you, the group leader, the power to be a moderator in that session. All right. So looking at the exam again, this is a quick quiz. We see here we have 10 minutes, and we have one attempt. So we click attempt quiz, and we start the attempt. And when we start the attempt, this is the countdown time I was talking about. It started at 10 minutes. It's now counting down. So as we answer, we know that we can see the time we have. Countries in East Africa, Uganda, President of Uganda, Speaker of Parliament, President of USA, Donald Trump, Minister. So we have answered all the 5 questions, and when we look at the timer, we still have quite a lot of time. So until this time expires, we can be able to go back within our quiz and make changes. But we are done, so we submit, finish attempt. We see that our answers have been saved. The timer is still going. We have not yet ended the quiz. We can return to attempt. But we are done, so we click submit all and finish. There's a confirmation here, which we can actually cancel out. But we choose to submit. Okay. So going back here, we see that even in this case, we have been given immediate feedback. We have finished the attempt at 4:01 p.m. and we've gotten 4 out of 5, and out of 30, that is 24. So our final grade is 24 out of 30. This is another example where we get immediate feedback. So we are done. We go back to the course. So when we look through, we actually have a tick on everything. This leadership quiz, which had an essay type question, has been marked. So we actually have a tick, meaning that we have a mark here. So we have basically completed our whole course. When we go back to our dashboard and view this course, we see that we have done it until 92%. When we enter, we see what has not been completed. Okay, so there is another activity which I did not indicate here, which is an oral exam. Sometimes your lecturer will give you activities which are not within the e-learning platform, but the activities which have to be graded. So now that we have done everything in our platform, we can view our grades. To be able to view our grades, there are 2 ways we can do this. So within your course, you always have a course dashboard. This button here that says course dashboard. So when you click on this, you get a dialog which has the course photo here and the course summary. This is the course and this is the description. Then you have a panel of activities. So this panel allows you to access particular activities. If I want to go to only the assignments, I click assignments here, and this will take me to the assignments I have in the course. Incidentally, I have only one assignment, but if I have more than one, for example, the quizzes, I have more than one quiz. So if I click quizzes, it will take me to just the quizzes that I have. So I have test 1, test 2, and the final exam. So this is basically a summary of the activities. Sorry, course dashboard. If I click resources, it will take me to the resources I have in the course, the folder, the files, and the links. These are the resources. Sorry. So there's a teachers panel here, which gives me a summary of the teachers in the course. I have the ability to send them a message, and their email addresses are available. So when I click here, send message, it will take me to this messaging area. At the very bottom here is a box where I can write, hello, from Mr. Mutebi. So this is a message I can send to the lecturer. And when the lecturer is online, currently they are offline. So, but when the lecturer is online, they can see that message and respond. Let me go back. Let me send a message to Nicholas. I will say, hello, Mr. Nicholas. Mr. Nicholas. So when I click, Mr. Nicholas will get the message and hopefully respond. He's actually online, so I expect him to respond. So going back to to our course dashboard, we go to grades. This is where we want to go to view our grades. So when you click this big green button that says grades, it will take you to the area, an area where you have your grade book. So all your activities which were gradable, for example, the leadership quiz was gradable, the final exam, and the assignment, we can see that in the leadership quiz, we got 77.8%. In the final exam, we got 80%. In the assignment, we got 80%. And the actual marks we got here are 15 out of 20, 24 out of 30, 16 out of 20. This quiz, we got 20 out of 20, which is 100%. So what we have not been graded, we have not been given a grade for the oral assignment, for the oral presentation. So we're waiting for, all we're waiting for is the grade for the oral presentation. So this is basically our grade book. We have we can also view the feedback. For example, for the assignment, the lecturer said, I have reviewed your work and it meets the requirements for grading. Some good work has been done and you have received 16 out of 20. Keep going. So this is how you view your grades. So currently, as we stand, we have 83%, 83.9%. And what all we have to do is get the grade for the oral presentation, and we have our final mark. So you can see that with this platform, you can be able to see your grades as they happen. So as we wait for this mark to be given, we shall go back to our dashboard. Actually, there is a message. These icons here at the top, this indicates a message. We have a message, and this indicates a notification in case there is any notification. For example, an assignment has been given or something. So these are notifications. So when you click this message, we see that we've gotten a message from Nicholas. When we click here, we see that he has responded. We sent him a message. Hello, Mr. Nicholas. Hi, NAMTV. Keep going. So we see that we can communicate with the lecturer. So this is a private message to student to lecturer. So going back to our grade book, initially we didn't have a mark for the oral presentation. So when we refresh our page, we see that we've been given a mark, 8 out of 10, which is 80%. And there has been, there is a feedback comment from the lecturer saying good work. So out of 100, we've gotten 83.56, which is 83.56%. So this is our final mark. So this is our user report. When we go to this tab that says overview reports, we here will be able to see the marks for each course. Currently, we are enrolled in only one course, so we only see marks for Porter's Information System course. Let me quickly enroll into another course. So this is the Wednesday refresher course. If I enter this course and enroll, I see here that now under my courses, I have two courses. I have STUD 002. I also have Staff 002. So when I go to my course dashboard and go to my grades, and I go to my overview report, I will see that I have two courses. For this course, I have 83.5. For this one, I don't have any mark because I haven't done anything. So that's the overview report. The user report, when I click one course, I go to the user report for this course, Porter's Information System course, and these are my marks. So this is my report book. So we have also seen how you can view your grades within the eLearning platform. So after you are done, basically here you're done with the course. You're done with whatever you're doing. So whenever you're done using the platform, you should log out. And to log out, you click on your name here to reveal the menu that allows you to log out. This menu has the last item as log out. So this logs you out of the application, and you're back to the home page and you're logged out. As you can see, it says login, meaning that you're logged out. So this is the site page. You're back to the site page. The site page here has a menu with a number of items. We have seen how to create an account if you don't have one. And then here we have manuals, PDF manuals. So we have a student manual here which you can download. The student manual gives you an overview of the eLearning platform in PDF. You'll be able to see everything that we have covered here, but it's within PDF. So you can always download that. Then we also have the mobile app. In the beginning, I told you that you can access this eLearning platform through two ways, either using a web browser on your computer or on your mobile phone. And then another way is by using the mobile app. The mobile app is an application, an Android application, which you can download from Google Play Store. Let me see. So when you go to Google Play Store under apps and you search for CapView with a single L, CapView, and you search, you click the search, and the very first
Michael,
yes.
So does this app still work also on you have the desktop version of the app, or it is only the phone version?
This application is only for the phone. It's only for the phone. So when you search and you go to Google Play Store on your phone, on your phone, and then you download it. And the download only works, the app on Google Play Store only works for Android phones. So if you have an iPhone, you can contact the ICT department to help you install the app for an iPhone. But this particular one works for Android phones, and most of you have Android phones. Yeah, there's also a response on the chat. You can view the chat. So this is the app, Kabale University, Cabville Mobile by Kabale University. So when you click this on your mobile phone, it will install. It will install on your phone, and when it installs, you log in using the same username and password that you created. So the same username and password logs into the application. So when you log into the application, you're able to see, navigate to your courses, you're able to add courses. Everything you can do on the web interface, you can also do on the mobile app. And there's an advantage to the mobile app, which is when you log into the mobile app, you have the ability to download whatever content the lecturer has provided. You go to your course and download all the content, such that you have the content offline. So after downloading the content, if you lose the internet connection or if your data is done, you have all the information offline. So you can always read it, which is not possible with when you use a browser. Because when you use a browser, you have to have internet all the time. So there's an advantage to using the Cabville app. If you have an Android device, it's advisable that you go to the Google App Store, search for Cabville. When you get it, it is the Kabale University logo on it. You install the application on your Android phone. You log in using your username and password and start using the app. Okay, so back to our menu here. We have seen the mobile app. We have a link to the student portal. This is the one that the student management system. We have a link to publications. This is the institutional repository for the university. This is where research is stored. We have access to the library. You can get the library content from the library website. And then help desk here is an application that allows, let me click on it. It's an application that allows students to be able to send queries to the IT staff. So on this help desk, if you need help regarding anything, you open a ticket. So you click open a new ticket, and here you fill this form. You put your email address. It should be a working email address such that we can get back to you. You put your name. If you see these two fields are mandatory, they have a red star here. So you have to put at least your email address and your name such that we can know who you are and get back to you through your email. Then you can also put your phone number if alternatively you want us to get back to you using your phone. Then here you select the topic where you want help. So you can select a topic from a wide range of areas. There's aims support, results, things like results, computer problems, hardware and software, and then e-learning problems. So if you have any problems with the e-learning, with your email address, so you send these queries, and then the people who are responsible will get your queries and respond to you. So it's basically a ticketing system where you launch your query, and you're given a ticket which you can use to follow up on whatever query you made. So you should make use of these systems. They're there to help you, the help desk. Then we have the FAQs. FAQs are frequently asked questions. These are frequently asked questions about the e-learning platform. There are some very many questions students ask. For example, we have gotten so many questions about how to enroll, how to edit your profile, how to do an assignment. So we're making videos, and we've also made step-by-step manuals on how to do frequently asked tasks. So these tasks can be found on this FAQ page. It's called esp.cab.ac.ug. ESP standing for e-learning support portal. So this is the e-learning support portal. There is a student corner here. If you go to the student corner, you'll be able to see the frequently asked questions regarding students' interaction with the e-learning platform. So actually, even here on the e-learning platform, we have the videos, the link to the videos that you can review these, how to edit your profile, enrolling into a course, submitting an assignment, and we're making more and more course short instructions on how to get things done. So basically, this is our e-learning platform. The thing I haven't looked at is if you have a username and password and you have forgotten it. So if you have your username and password, for example, if I try to log in and I put my username and I don't remember my password, it has refused so I don't remember my password. So what you do is you click forgot your username and password. If you try your password and it doesn't work and you can't remember it, you click forgot your username and password. This will take you to a page which asks you for either your username or your email address. You're not supposed to put both. So if I remember my username, I can put my username. If I remember my email, I remember that I registered using this email, I put my email. Then I click search. So it says here, if you supply the correct username or email address, then an email should have been sent to you. So what it says here is that I go to my email, back to my inbox. And I see I don't have the email in my inbox, but under promotions, if you don't see it in your inbox, then you always check under the promotions tab. There is a primary, social, and promotions tab. So under the promotions tab, I click, I see a message from Robert Tumasime, Kabbalah University Virtual Learning Environment, password reset. So when I click password reset, password reset was requested by Bin Namutevi at Kabbalah University. So I'm supposed to confirm, click this link in order to get a password reset page. This link is valid for 30 minutes. So of course, whenever you click to request for a password reset, you must do it within 30 minutes. So I click the link and it takes me to a page. It takes me to this page where I'm shown my username, Bina Mutevi, and I'm given the boxes to reset my password. So I write my password. I'm setting a new password here. I've set my new password and I click Save Changes. So now I have a new password, which I can update in my browser. So that is basically how you reset a password. You've forgotten a password, no problem. As long as you remember your email address, you click to reset your password. Go to your email address within 30 minutes and reset your password. So again, I log out.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. About accessing library. There is always some prompt that you ask. There's a prompt always that comes that you enter your username and so on, or the password. Do you use the same password and usernames?
You say when accessing the library?
To access. Yes.
No, but the library has a separate system. It's different from the e-learning system. So to access the library, the library has a training. It has a training where they provide you the link to those resources, library resources. So it is a separate platform. It's not the same as e-learning. The e-learning username and password only work for the e-learning platform. They don't work for the library. So actually, if you need help with the library, you can contact the library, go to their website, and you contact them. They will show you how to access e-resources. They're separate. Okay, so this is the outline. We have looked at accessing the system. We have looked at creating an account if you don't have one, and resetting your password if you don't remember your password. We have looked at navigating through the dashboard, editing your profile. We have looked at resources posted by your lecturers, PowerPoint, Word, and PDF. We have looked at the video. We have looked at attempting assignments and doing tests and quizzes. We have looked at how to view your grades. We have looked at a live session, attending a video class using the big blue button. We have also seen how you can communicate with the lecturer and your other classmates. With your classmates, let me log in here. So if you go to a course, if you go to your course and you want to know who your classmates are, under your course, in your navigation, under your course, you have participants. So when you click participants, you will get the list of people who are enrolled, other students. You see Charity here is a student, David Katumba is a student, this is the lecturer. We also have Nicholas as a lecturer. So you have access to your classmates. So you can click on any of your colleagues, for instance, Caroline here, or let me say Charity. You click on Charity here, and then you see Charity's profile. This is her photo. This is her email address, and this is basically her profile. These are the courses she's enrolled in as a student. So you can send Charity a message. When you click this message icon, you say hello. Hello, Charity. So I'm actually sending a message to my fellow student. I identify my fellow students using this participants link, and then I can communicate to them privately. So that is, I think, what was left. How to communicate with your classmates. So the next item on the outline is questions and answers. If you have any questions, then you can ask at this point. You unmute and ask the question. I see very many questions have been answered through the chat. I've been reminded about the process of unenrolling from a course. I actually briefly touched. Yes, hello?
Thank you for the presentation.
You're welcome.
Is it possible to receive a recording of this session when we are done?
Is it possible to?
Receive a recording of this session,
Oh, yes,
like
actually, we are actually recording.
the session, what you've been leading us with.
Yes, we're going to have a recording of this session and we're going to make it available tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to, at 2, you will log in again and then you'll be able to get a link to that recording, to this recording of today's session. We shall actually view the recording tomorrow, and we expect that you will try out what we have done today, and tomorrow you'll have some questions to ask. So tomorrow we shall view the video of today and answer questions that you might have. So you log in tomorrow at 2 to be able to get the link to the video recording.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, President, you're recording.
About the course units. About the course units.
Yes.
I've been trying to search our course units on the platform.
Yes.
But I couldn't find it, and I don't know whether they have been uploaded.
You can't find the course units, or they're there but they're not uploaded. They have no content.
I couldn't see it on this platform. As I was trying to search through using my phone on this channel.
They should be there. What is your which course code did you try?
I tried microbiology. I only text microbiology. I couldn't remember the.
It's a good idea if you use the course code. It's a good idea if you use the course code because you have so many instances of microbiology. But what is unique is the course code. So it's a good idea if you get the course code because there's environmental microbiology, general microbiology, there's also microbiology here by Andrew Baguma.
Okay.
So it's a good idea if you're looking for microbiology by Andrew Baguma, you get the course code which is BNS 1122, and that is what you search. Because if I put BNS 122, I'll only get one result. Okay, there's BNS 1226, but you see it narrows down the search. And I get microbiology. So you should try and see that you get the course code. It's the surest way of finding your course.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Yes. Hello.
I was trying to ask. I was trying to ask issues related with the way how a person can enter in the entry process of like let's say logging in.
Logging into the e-learning platform.
Yes.
Okay, we actually looked at that in detail at the beginning. Probably you had not joined. But if you review the video, we're going to make the video available tomorrow. If you review the video, you'll be able to understand that clearly. It was a very big part of the beginning. How you register with the platform, how you log into the platform. So what you do, tomorrow be available to view the recording.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Yes, hello.
Hello? Yes, my question is, now, in case there's a lecture going on and then I'm unable to attend it, is there a possibility to attend such a lecture like on a later date, like I find such lectures on the system automatically? Like if I've missed a lecture and I find such lectures automatically in the system.
Okay, when you say lecture, I think you're saying live session. If you've missed a live session.
Yes, for example, if I miss a live session, can I catch it up at my best convenience automatically in the system, like the live session that were there, pre-recorded?
Yes, if you miss a live session, the lecturer has a recording. So if you missed a lecture and you go back to that activity, you will find the recording. That is the way the system works. But there is a discretion. The lecturer can decide not to have the session recorded. So it's really up to the lecturer. If the lecturer has a recording available, then you'll be able to get the recording. But if they don't, because in some cases they don't want to have the lecture recorded. So it's really up to the lecturer. But the system has the ability to record a live session and make and you will be able to access it later. Okay, so I think we have come to the end of the session. I request that you go through what we have done. You try to register, enroll into courses, and then tomorrow we will be able to address challenges you have had, and also be able to view today's video. Those who came in late, you'll be able to view the video and get more clarifications. So thank you very much.
Yeah, someone asked a question. When are on lectures beginning in the university? When is the university starting officially?
Let me refer to Nicholas, my colleague, to answer that question.
I already answered it in the chat. Please review what I put in the chat. You will be answered.
Okay, so with that, I would like to end the presentation. Thank you very much for attending. I'm hoping that you'll be available tomorrow for more questions. Okay. So you can leave at will if you feel. Thank you very much.